Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
Good morning, Texans. Today's Wednesday, May 22nd. As the school year is coming to an end, we have an important message for you coming up on NHSTV Live. Now we have Ms. Jackson in the studio with some important messages as this school year winds down.
Howdy, Texans. I'm glad to be back with you for the Jackson Interaction. Seems like it's been a while, but I'm grateful to have the opportunity to visit with you. Can you believe that we are only a few weeks out from the end of the school year? I am excited about the things that are coming up. We have a lot of exciting events coming up, but it's also a little bit sad because I'll be sad to see you guys go. I miss you guys over the summer, and as you probably know, I'm up here most of the summer, and so I miss you guys. The building is definitely not the same when you're not in it. A couple of things that I want to talk to you about as we approach the end of the school year. And you've heard this before, I'm sure. I know Mr. Childress used to say this, and most principals say this toward the end of the school year, but you got to finish strong. And actually, I'm saying that both to the students and the adults in the building because it's really tempting. We get tired and we see the end of the year approaching, and we start to kind of slack off of our expectations. And so I'm here to remind you that the expectations are still in place. We still need to be in class. We need to be in class all the time, and we need to be in class on time. It's important. You need to finish out your academics, finish out your school year strong, finish out with good grades, finish out with passing grades or A's or whatever it is that your goal is. Make sure you get all the credits that you've worked so hard all year to earn and finish that out. It's also really important that you're following the expectations that are in place with respect to certain rules. One of the things that I've talked to you a lot about this year, and I know a lot of your teachers have as well, is wearing your badges and making sure that you're identified. That's a safety concern in Northwest ISD, and it's also something that we think is really important at Northwest High School. We want to make sure that you have your identification on, but also that you're practicing an important job skill. As people in careers, we all wear badges to identify ourselves. That's just a thing that is expected in most lines of work. And so to develop that habit now is helpful to you for the future. Another thing that I'm noticing that we're starting to taper off on a little bit is dress code. I'm starting to see guys in shirts that don't have sleeves. That's actually outside of dress code. We've been talking about hats all year. Nothing has changed there, so that rule has not changed. We are starting to see holes in the jeans that are sliding up the thigh a little bit too high. We've got to get that back in check. I know that the weather is warmer and you want to bring out the warmer weather clothes, but we have to make sure we keep those things in check. And then ladies, we shouldn't be seeing your tummies. We make sure that we have those covered up. So we're not wearing the half shirts, we're not wearing the crop tops. Keep ourselves covered up. We keep ourselves appropriately dressed for the environment that we're in, then we have a better and easier and more successful time. Another thing I want to address with you, and I've noticed this actually a lot lately, and some of the coaches have noticed this a lot. We have people slipping outside the side doors to get out of the buildings. It's a pretty day, you want to go outside, you want to leave campus for lunch. Quick reminder, we're a closed campus for lunches, and so we're to stay on campus for lunch. The reason for that is safety again. I know, rules, Jackson, rules. Why all the rules? But safety is important. It's important that we not have somebody try to rush off campus, grab a lunch, rush back, and in their haste to get back, they're not paying attention and they have an accident. I've seen that happen at all too many high schools, and it is a tragic thing. We don't want anything bad to happen to you. Please stay on campus. Please stay safe. If you are authorized to leave campus, you're to leave out the east office or the west office, and you sign out with the staff there. That way we know where you are, we know that you're accounted for. If your parents are looking for you, they know where you are. It's just really important to keep those safety measures in place. So those are just some reminders to help us finish out the school year strong. One last reminder is always be kind. We struggle sometimes, we get tired of each other. We're a close-knit school. We're all close to each other. We're family. And sometimes family gets annoyed with each other and we start knocking heads and that kind of thing. Try to keep your emotions in check. If you need the help of an adult, or if you're an adult and you need the help of an adult, then let's work through that together. Find a positive way to resolve our conflicts instead of going about things in a negative way and being unkind to other people. Let's continue to be kind. So one more thing I want to talk to you about is our direction as we go into the next school year. So coming back next school year, and as seniors, you're like, well, peace out, I'm a senior, I'm not worried about this. But I want you to know that you're leaving a legacy, and the feedback that you have given me, seniors, has helped to form the things that we're working on as we go into next year. So I'm going to send a communication out to your parents this evening to tell them about our Texan priorities going into 2019-2020. One of our Texan priorities is a student-centered culture of academics. That means that we're going to really start to celebrate our academics in a more intentional way. We're going to make academics a priority. That doesn't mean that our things outside of the classroom are not important. Of course they are. They're a great source of pride. All our extracurriculars and things that we do, those are a great source of celebration and pride. But we're also going to take great pride in our academics, in our learning, in our work that we do in our classrooms here. We're going to foster a student-centered, caring majority. And I'm going to explain to you what I mean by caring majority. That means that the majority of us care about one another. That means that we're working to care about one another despite our differences. In fact, we're celebrating our differences. We have a beautiful, diverse population at Northwest High School, people coming from so many backgrounds, so many ideas, so many experiences, and we need to start to celebrate those different backgrounds and the variety of experiences that we bring to Northwest High School. So a student-centered, caring majority. And then finally, we're developing student-centered systems and processes. Sometimes when a school has been in place, and we're celebrating 70 years of Northwest High School being in existence next year. We're having our 70th birthday at Northwest High School. And so it's important to realize that over the course of many years, sometimes systems and processes develop that are maybe made out of convenience or out of quickness or out of what is easy. And instead, I'd like us to look at those things and say, well, what is it that we can do to make our systems and processes student-centered? How can we make this school great for students so that our students are able to come to a school that does celebrate its academics, that does celebrate the great things we do outside of the classroom, that does have a caring majority, and that is student-centered. And so those are the things we'll work on as we go into next year, things to look forward to. For now, finish strong. You do just have a few days left at Northwest High School this year. Finish in a strong and positive way. And remember, I love you, I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad to be a Texan. It's a great day to be a Texan.
Thank you, Ms. Jackson. Now, there will be no show tomorrow, Texans, as seniors will be having legacy awards. This means juniors will be in the gym watching the awards ceremony, while certain classes are out decorating the halls and other students will remain in their class to cheer on our seniors. Thanks for watching. This has been NHSTV Live.